Welcome to another Wall Street Informer production on WSI TV.
Welcome into another weekend wind down edition of WSI TV. I'm Jordan Bishop. I'm here today with Sean Bauer.
Good morning.
And we've got a great episode for you.
Yeah, we had a viewer write in asking the question, who's your favorite investor? It sparked a ton of debate around the office. We all have our favorites. We all look up to multiple investors, I think. I mean, we're taking their secrets and using them ourselves to become successful traders and investors.
Right.
And I think you started with Darvis, is that right?
Yeah, Nicholas Darvis. If you don't know much about him, a Hungarian investor, or he was a Hungarian investor, he made $2 million in 18 months.
Yeah, wow.
You know, using his strategies, which we'll get to, but just really impressive,
Yeah.
You know, really great story behind
And decades ago as well.
Exactly, in the 57, 58 bull market is when he made that money. So he's got to be my favorite after sifting through a bunch of greats.
Yeah, I went with Jesse Livermore. You can find a ton of books about this guy. He's very famous for being a short seller, which we'll get into in a minute. But he both made and lost multi-million-dollar fortunes. He made a $3 million fortune in 07 or 08, 1907, 1908. And then he actually made $100 million as a result of the crash in 29. I think in today's dollars, that would be somewhere around the 1.4 billion mark. So obviously, starting with nothing, using the stock market as his tool to rise to power.
Yeah, you know, his story is also really great. Really sad in the end, obviously. Ended up committing suicide, but I mean, he let his fear and his greed, you know, get in touch with his trading.
Yeah.
And you know, one thing that's interesting, Nicholas Darvis is quoted as saying that he wasn't psychologically cut out for short selling.
Right.
So there's a nice little dynamic between the two. You got Livermore, who made millions, billions in today's money on short selling, and then you've got, you know, Darvis, who made $2 million, which, I mean, I don't know what that equates to today, but that was back in the 50s.
Yeah, still a ton.
From regular, you know, buying stocks.
Right, yeah, and that's, I mean, short selling or just betting against the market or stocks in general, that's really the main power behind how Livermore made all of his money. He actually earned the nickname Boy Plunger because he made all that money from short selling, especially during the 29 crash. But what he didn't have, why he lost all of those fortunes, was the discipline to follow his own rules. He's normally cutting his losses quickly. When he was losing those fortunes, he was throwing more money into losing positions, and that's something that I think Darvis didn't do.
Yeah, Darvis kept his emotions in check. He was very stable trader. He actually traveled the world as he was trading. He was a dancer, used to perform all over the place. But he actually used to say he likes to stay away from Wall Street so he doesn't get tangled up in all the noise, you know, and he really made that, you know, impossible for him to get caught up in by traveling the world.
Yeah, he just traded by the numbers. He
Exactly,
looked at stock prices, and then I think one of the really cool things about both of these guys, about both Darvis and Livermore, is that they notice that patterns form within the market, within individual stocks, based on just human nature. Right. I think Livermore was saying it was always greed, fear, ignorance, and hope that really was the driving force behind these patterns forming.
Yeah, and their patterns are incredible. We still use them today after Livermore after 100 years, you know, Darvis after 50 plus. But, you know, I really like Darvis' technique. He has his box theory,
right,
you know, where he sees these boxes in the stock charts and he trades based on where the price is within those boxes. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's something we highlight a lot in Code Breaker.
Yeah.
It's kind of founded on the same secrets. What Livermore would do, I think I mentioned earlier that he would cut his losses very quickly,
right.
Which, you know, goes against human nature. You don't want to take a loss, so you add money to losing positions. That was part of his downfall, actually. But whenever he was making those fortunes, he was cutting his losers quickly. And then he actually did something really unique, which is adding money to winning positions as they go. So you buy stock at $50, it's going in the right direction, add another capital investment in whenever it gets to $60 and then $70 and so on.
Yeah, so you really build up a nice fortune doing it that way, you know, so it's a very interesting point to take from Livermore. One thing about Darvis that just I find essential to any trader, any investor, real estate, whatever it is, at the end of Darvis's stock trading career, he dabbled in real estate, retail, and theater. You know, like I said, he was a dancer, he was a performing arts person. But he said across all of those, the formula for success remains essentially the same. And that is something, you know, we should all live by, because, you know, it doesn't matter if you're trading stocks, if you're trading bonds and ETFs, or if you're investing in real estate, or whatever it is, you know, you should always have your formula for success, and usually that will be the same across the board.
Yeah, as long as you can stick to it with discipline, right?
Right, be disciplined. So, you know, we hope this information has helped you out. It's definitely helped us a whole bunch since we started trading, as you can see. Thanks for being here, Sean.
Absolutely.
See you next week.
Thanks for watching another Wall Street Informer production on WSI TV. Be sure to visit wallstreetinformer.com, where you can become a member for free and gain instant access to the secrets of market millionaires via the Wall Street Informer Vault. So go ahead and claim this gift for free now at wallstreetinformer.com.